All right, so this next match review comes to us from Justice, which has 700 hours. Homie informed us that most of them are on Survivor, but they are starting to learn Xenomorph, good old the Xenomorph. Which, if you did not know, somehow you're here either on Twitch or on YouTube in the future. I am a top 5 Xenomorph in the world as the time of recording. I'm a number 4 Xenomorph. I have hit number 3, but I got to grind back out in terms of total tail tax in the world. So I'm a good person to ask about this. So yeah, Cold Tower, fairly balanced map. So obviously this is going to be not working against you too much like a lot of the other Survivor side of maps in the game. So. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at your add-ons and your perks. Also, future reference, this person does have their friend talking in the background. In the future, please avoid this if you can. It makes it distracting and hard for me to focus on the match to help you if somebody else is talking in the background. Also, kind of just like lowers the quality of the match review itself. So please, if you're talking in Discord with your friend, make sure your capturing software or wherever doesn't pick it up in the background. Thank you.
That annoying. However, Overwatch 2 D.Va is much worse.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 D.Va is so much worse. All right, so you're using their 2 best add-ons, so good. Lambert Star Map, their best add-on, lowers the distance that turrets can fire by 2 meters, very good. And then you have the 33% stagger on turrets, so you got double anti-turret. These are the best 2 add-ons that you can run on this character, so good job. Other options, Kane's helmet, the mangled add-on, and stuff like that. But you run the 2 best add-ons, so you're fine. In terms of your build is perfect. You're running the 2 best slowdown in the game. Pain Res and Pop, great combo. Ultimate Weapon, very good info perk. And No Way Out to help you in the endgame. Literally a perfect build. Literally, this is like, if you're looking for a fun Xenomorph build to like get you good results, there's one right there. There you go.
Yeah.
That might be a hot take. I don't know. You can let me know, though.
No, I don't care. I don't care about Overwatch 2. Yeah, the problem with this too is like I can barely hear the game because your friend's so loud. Your friend's just like, I don't know, Overwatch D.Va. Like his friend's shouting. Why is your friend shouting? Like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is why I hate this. It's like, why is your friend shouting? Like you don't need to fucking yell.
Right. Wish me luck, Slaw, in this match.
My friend. Let's see how No Way Out is gonna be. Also, if you mute your mic or anything, I'll understand. In the middle of the thing.
You could have hit him there. Yeah, so like this is a thing a lot of people will do a lot with Xenomorph is that like they'll camp the pallet off to the side and just smack you in the face. Because either way, whether you're gonna M1 or M2, it's better to get the stun here because there's nothing the Xenomorph can do. So expect this play a lot where somebody will just be hanging around the corner here. Then what you do here is you just kind of like call it out and like walk up. And the moment they start to move, just M2 them, you know. But this is a common play people will do a lot against this character. So just begin to anticipate that. Okay, good job tracking him. Good job. Hey, love. Well, right now we're doing match reviews for people. The matches we played earlier today were great. A little bit sweaty, but pretty great. We're doing match reviews right now to help people improve at the game. This chase with Quentin is starting to go a little long, so just keep that in mind. You've been chasing him for quite a bit. So if you're not going to get the down soon, I would start thinking about finding somebody else. I like the idea. Look at old double vault. Good. Unfortunately, he sees it coming. Look at these. Why are you taking... You take your loops extremely wide. Are you aware of that? Yeah, it may seem like that's incredibly minor, but like you take your loops like wider than a Ford F-150. Or, like, are you aware that you do that? Because you should be like the same way a survivor should be hugging a loop as tightly as possible to save distance. You should also be hugging the loop as tightly as possible to save distance. You should also be doing that. So the fact that you're taking loops super wide, you should not be doing that. Yeah, you should leave this, Quentin. He's juiced you a fair bit. Yeah, I would start. Yeah, use your perk and start looking for people. You've gotten a couple pallets out of him. Yeah, you've got a couple pallets out of him, so you gotta kind of just take that. There was a miss attack on the M2. It is Bayonet. On the M2, it's a miss attack, but not on. But on M1s, Unrelenting doesn't go off whenever you hit something. Period. Whether that be a person.
I'm getting gen rushed.
You're not getting gen rushed. You're getting juice.
I've already lost 2 gens and I haven't even got.
No, you're not. You're not getting gen rushed. You've just been in a chase with one dude for like 2 whole minutes. Yeah, you start chasing. Literally, you've been in this chase for about 2 minutes. Yeah, you start this chase is 2 minutes long. You're not getting gen rushed. You've been in chase with somebody for 2 whole minutes. You're not getting gen rushed. You just have been focusing on one guy for 2 minutes, so the other 3 people are bored and they're just doing the gens.
My first down yet.
They're running through boxes.
Hey, that was clean. That was good.
I'm about to like
Nice. Nice lob shot. Good shit.
If they finish both gens on the same side.
This is why I like agitation when I run pain res. For this exact reason, because sometimes just bad RNG hurts you.
3 gens!
That's what happens when you chase somebody for 2 whole minutes.
Oh my gosh, are they running brand new part?
Nope. So here's the situation, right? So you've been... So this match has been going... Let's see, from the moment that you spawn in. Or around the moment you spawn in. Okay, so... like 3 seconds? Yeah, this match has been going on for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Gens are only 1.5 minutes solo. So chasing someone for almost 3 minutes, yeah, gens get done. This is what I was talking about earlier. I was like, you need to disembark. You need to get out of this chase. You need to go find somebody else. Because, like, yeah, chasing somebody for almost 3 minutes straight, people in the background do gens. That's just how it goes. You overcommitted. You overcommitted.
Maybe, actually. Doing a gen rush build.
No, not a generous build. Yeah, at this point, you kind of do have to tunnel him, unfortunately. If you want to win, anyways. Yeah. That was a good idea. You just kind of saw it coming. This is low enough that you don't have to do the lob shot. Your lob shot earlier was cool. But yeah, see, you don't have to. You don't have to. This loop is low enough that you can. Haven't missed much? No, you haven't. We just started yours. The reason, since you're here, the reason you are getting gen rush is because you chased somebody for 3 minutes. I don't know if you're aware, but you chased Quentin for almost 3 minutes straight. That's why all the gens went. 3 minutes is a long time. Gens are only 1.5 minutes. You chased him for almost 3 minutes. So, yeah, that's why the situation's happening. Ah, he ducked. You had the right idea. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Yeah, when they start ducking like that, this is a Xenomorph thing. If they start ducking like that, you do have to lob shot it. Right here, if they're just running by, like, you know, standing normally, yeah, you can just send that stuff. But when they start crouching like that, you do lob it up and over. That is how you get over that. So, yeah.
People's mission.
Those wire spools have terrible collision. I've hit somebody through them before, but they're not the greatest.
Time to do the level 2 times.
Yeah, at this point you do need to tunnel someone if you want to, like, you know, play this match. Because, like, you need somebody dead, like, pronto, and you're not even, like, close to that situation. I know you're practicing, but this is not, like, advantageous chase for you at all. Nice. Good. We're on time to get downs? Oh no. Oh, you fucked up the timing. Good. Yeah, 3 minutes in a chase is never a good thing. Never a good thing. So that's why you're in this situation.
Oh my.
And you have pops, so go ahead and put it to use. Good. Use tunnels more? It wasn't really the tunnels that was your... yeah, the tunnels aren't really why. You, like, literally, I can't say this with more emphasis. Totally, chasing somebody for 3 whole minutes is just like... With any character is like... It's never a good thing. Yeah, you're doing my favorite thing. You're doing the thing I like to do. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna sit under here and somebody's just gonna show up, right?
Oh.
Luckily, unlike me, you're not M2 only, so you can just hit people there.
McFly.
I think he's just Wing. You do this a lot too, where you try to mind game somebody and they're not even like paying attention. Mind games only work on people that are paying attention. That's why I tell people when somebody DCs and there's a bot, don't mind game, because the bots don't fall for that. They're just programmed to just W key at a resource and then use the resource. Some human players do that. Like this Steve is not looping Shack at all. He vaulted that, now he's just running to the next tile, just W king like his life depends on it. And this is like the second or third time I've seen you do this, is where you're like, oh, I'm gonna double vault Shack, and it's like, well, homie's not even like here, so like, why are you doing that? Mind games only work on people that are paying attention. So if like there's a survivor that's, you know, if you notice a survivor is like, you know, looking behind them constantly while chasing, that's somebody you want to mind game. If you notice the survivor doesn't really look behind them and chase like the Steve doesn't, for the most part, mind games aren't really going to work on them because they're not paying attention. So, yeah. You're already way better at using ultimate weapon than most people I see. Because most people forget they have it.
Just the level.
How did you know he left Shack? Because you can hear him. Use your ears. Use your ears, brother. So he's not looking, right? He's not looking at you while he's chasing, right? So obviously he's like, he's already more inclined to W key because he's just not paying attention. So he runs in here. He vaults, right? And you hear his footsteps go to the left, right? You hear his footsteps go to the left, so you know he's on the left side of Shack. You come back around. You go to do your little Shack mind game. Do you hear him right now? Do you hear footsteps or like the pain noises? No. So unless he has Iron Will, he is not here anymore. Do you hear him? I don't hear Steve. I don't hear him. So he's gone. Sucks right now. It will not always suck. It sucks right now. Hook him, get your pop again. Oh. She is way too early on those. Way too early on those. Way too early. Ooh, you had the right idea. You just aimed too low. Oh so with the Xenomorph, so the Xenomorph's tail is exceptionally, exceptionally sensitive to collision. And one of the things I have noticed about this character is that the collision of the ground particularly eats your attack a lot. So for the most part, you should be aiming at a survivor at like the waist up. Aiming at what they call an FPS is center mass. You should be aiming at center mass, because I run into that situation a lot where like if I aim low, the collision of the ground just eats the attack. So like aim like center mass, aim like waist up, so that doesn't happen. Aim higher, so you don't get those like phantom hits like that. A good thought. Bushido isn't camping the pallet. Okay, you decided to check that gen. Nobody's on it. Should probably go back to that. Yeah, you should go back there because you know that gen has partial progress. You know they're gonna heal up.
Why are you in the piano stand?
Healed up pretty quick. That was unfortunate. I would go after. Yeah. Okay, you're doing it. You don't need me to tell you. Okay, that turret station's open. Whenever you see the lid open and the light blue like that over here, you can actually smack those turrets. And the reason you want to do this is because a turret that is destroyed by the means of the Xenomorph is 60 seconds, but a turret destroyed by natural means, which is like running out of fuel, is 30 seconds. So it's literally twice the recovery time for a turret to respawn. So you definitely want to break that.
What it's both saying.
Yeah. Okay, you're still sticking on Steve. Good, good. Once again, you're yeah, you're not paying attention here. Like you go straight for the mind game without checking to see if he's actually still here. I would obviously try to listen to see if he's still there before I start going for the mind game. You kind of just like you're like set to go do the mind game without thinking about like should I. You're just like, okay, well this is what I do here. These situations should have committed to someone, or we have wasted time getting last gen done. You should have committed to get. It's okay. So at this point, you're gonna lose the game. There's not much you can really do to salvage this besides like them grouping up and doing a mass slug, which is really difficult, and basically up to them and not you. So what you need to do here is essentially try to play the end game here. So like commit to Steve, kill Steve. Steve's dead. Chase somebody, put him on hook, and then you have to play that whole like they have to come unhook him, and then you trade for downs and that sort of thing, and try to salvage at least a 2K. That's what you should do here. Especially with No Way Out. No Way Out, you have a lot of time to, like, you can buy a lot of time in the end game with that, so that's even more advantageous than it usually is for you, because you have an end game perk.
Oh.
You could have hit that. You just kind of hesitated coming around the rock, which is fine, especially if you're new to the character, but you could have hit that too. You could have hit that too. You could have sent that up and over the pallet and smacked him. But at this point, you're probably playing safer. Never run a wall T wall like this. Yeah, never run an wall T wall like that, because you're just giving them the vault on the L wall. If you were closer to him, it would have been fine, because you could have hit him through the window there. With this character in specific, but like, you weren't close enough. What am I gonna say? We've seen a match review before. What am I gonna say? You guys have watched this match reviews. You guys are here every Monday. What am I about to say? Try kicking? Uh-huh. Attack turns. Wrong answer, Nord. Wrong. Fail the test. Prometheus knows. Prometheus like, oh, shit. the thing that put me on probation. The thing that put me on probation. Ah. One Jen's left. Shut up, Apple. You went on probation for the exact same.
When?
You have no right to speak either. Starting a chase with Dalida, who you have not downed once, is not advantageous here. You should chase somebody you've already hooked. Yeah, they already proc No Way Out. Yeah, think about this situation if you had Steve dead. Think about the situation if you have Steve dead and now somebody's on hook, right? Because these two then, you know, have to figure out the save situation while waiting for No Way Out to go down, which is way more advantageous for you, right? But because you didn't commit to Steve, nobody's dead, you didn't commit to another chase, so now you don't have any leverage, any pressure in the end game. That's why that would have been advantageous. Well, you're still new to the character, Justice, and honestly, that's a thing that a lot of people that just like to kind of whine and complain about this character. That hit you through the window. That is so funny. People that like to whine and complain about this character, they don't realize that the tail attack is actually fairly difficult to hit. Like, if you're not doing the cheesy thing where you're just kind of like using it as a zoning tool and going for M1s, like the tail itself, that was a really good click drag. That was the clean click drag. That was clean. That was clean. Like, it's that character's actually hitting this M2 is way harder than people give it credit for. This red Corvettes have a really weird collision. So, good luck. You're already better than a lot of people I see play this character. Come on. Come on. Oh, you didn't look up right away. That was good. That was good. Red Corvettes have terrible collision. And you hit that, like, your second try? You're fine. You're already better than a lot of people that play this character. And I'm not gassing you up. Like, I mean that. Like, that... You just gotta, you know, keep at it. Very smart, deciding to try to loop you near this turret. Yeah. Always destroy your turrets. I would have done the same thing, to be fair. I get greedy for turrets all the time. Do as I say, not as I do. I would have made the same mistake. Like, I can get that tail hit. I don't need to break that. And then I'm like, oh gosh. Darn it. My confidence? Yeah, that hit that you did up and over the Corvette is hard. It's hard to do. I usually lob that because it's hard to just do the normal click drag. So the fact that you just did the normal click drag, only your second try, it's really good. I love that that's flaming at you through the wall. It should not be doing that. That's not even the vault. Like, that's just a boarded up window. Why is it... How can it detect you through that? That's good. That's good.
It's hitting right folks.
They're all injured. This is good for you. Ooh. There you go. Now keep in mind they have flashlights. Holes in the boards? Yeah, but it shouldn't do that either way. Like, even if it makes sense, it shouldn't. Because that's essentially just part of the wall. It's not actually a window. Like, you're telling me that, like, unless I'm like Dessler, I can't even shoot through that thing, but like it can send a giant flame thrower through the wall. Like, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, behavior logic. You actually had a fair bit of pressure here in these, like, last, like, 1 gen onward. You had them all injured. Yeah, you had them all injured and, like, they were all scrambling. If you had, like, actually done what I said, where you kill Steve and then hook somebody else, like, you might have actually, like, had a 3K here. You might have actually been in a super advantageous situation to win this. This wasn't as far gone as you think. Yeah, there's kind of no way to salvage this at this point. You might as well just, like, go for downs and call it a day. Yeah, I just might as well just chase, go for downs, get more points. Yeah, that was a good bait on his part. He got sandbagged so hard! He got sandbagged so hard! Oh, that's so unlucky! He dodged correctly and they got sandbagged. How to probably push it to survivors properly? You were doing it pretty well. Just do what annoys you on Survivor. That's my advice, honestly. Do what annoys you on Survivor. If a killer does something, you're like, bro, that's so sweaty and annoying, just do it. What would irritate me if I was the Survivor right now? We'll just do that. That would have been good if you hit him there. But, it's, yeah. Look at that little conga line. They did not play as well as they thought they did to be BMing like that. They did not. Oh, I am interested to see what their builds are. Yeah, like I suspected. Not really a lot in the way of... Not really any gen perks or anything. Good prodigy.
Hey Bran, how have the matches been? Theme 1 high.
Well, when we played Xeno earlier for 4 hours, it was pretty good. We had some pretty good games. We're now doing match reviews to help people improve at the game. Hopefully you're doing well, and thank you for the 3 whopping months. That's a long time. Long time, prodigy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, obviously the main takeaway, the biggest one, is chases in Dead by Daylight, on average, should be like 30 to 40 seconds. And if it's getting past 50 seconds in a chase, you should probably start thinking about, maybe I should leave this. You had almost a 3-minute chase. So like I said, like after 50 seconds, you should start thinking about leaving. You spent triple that time in chase. You spent triple that allotted time in chase. You were on that Quentin for almost 3 whole minutes. That is why you lost this. You completely overcommitted to this guy. Some people are just good loopers. It's rare, it's weird. Most people just kind of suck at the game. But some people are just good loopers. But you know what? Unless they're a 4-man sweat squad on comms, somebody's probably the weak link. Somebody probably sucks on this team. Or at least somebody's probably worse than you on this team. And the reason you want to disembark and go after them is because then you get use out of your perks like pop pain res, no way out stacks, and then now that player that's really, really good, now has to put themselves in compromising situations like going for the unhook or healing their friends, which puts them in not advantageous situations where they usually wouldn't be there because they're just good at looping. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I would work on right now. Is kind of like try to get, like, don't bring up a timer, but kind of in your head be like, you know, I feel like this chase has been going on for a little bit. I should probably think about leaving. Try to have that internal dialogue in your head, especially since you're newer to killer. Try to have that internal dialogue in your head of like, okay, this chase has been going on for a while. I've gotten like 3 or 4 pallets out of the way. I've gotten an injury. This is fine. I am good. And start thinking about, you know, if a chase is extending a little while, I should probably start thinking about leaving between that 30 to 50 second zone. So that would be like my biggest thing right now. That is what cost you this match, because they were actually like, you added a ton of endgame pressure here. Ton of endgame pressure. Like if you had done well earlier in the match, like you probably would have at least had like a 2K here at the very least. Like you didn't actually play that badly after that super long chase. You actually didn't play too badly. So you should have at least had a 2K here. Honestly, in terms of like Xenomorph M2ing, like you have a good idea of how to do things, right? Like I'm not saying that to gas you up. Like I'm saying, like literally, like what I see is somebody that is already like better than most people that play this character. Like you did a clean lob shot, you hit somebody up over the red Corvette. You're doing stuff that's harder to do than like somebody who's just starting off on the character. So that's good. So I guess in regards to that, I guess in terms of the takeaway would be like, be a little bit more confident, because you're not as bad as you think at that thing. You're not as bad as you think of this M2, so have a little bit more confidence with it. I mean, that's basically it. Like, that's like I said, you would have done fine in this match if you just didn't commit to like a 3-minute chase. That's about it. Oh yeah, like the last thing is like, yeah, you should like always try to get your Death Hook gamers out of the game as quick as possible. Steve was Death Hook for like a really, really long time. And you just kind of like didn't get him out of the game for some reason. You started like chasing like Balita, you started chasing Leon. Like Steve was dead like that entire, like he was on Death Hook like most of the game, and you just kind of like didn't get him out. So a 3v1 is always easier to win than a 4v1. So make that happen as quick as possible. So yeah.